Schizophrenia Family Healing Program. So it's on my Dr. Ken website. It's sort of the main banner, and it's the main focus of that website is the Schizophrenia Family Healing Program. The primary aim is for the mom and dad, but the secondary and almost equally important aim is for that individual with the schizophrenia diagnosis. And the whole family system, I would want them to do a variety of things with each other together, like making sure, they understand why to take the medicine, learn about the medicine, and then to help the person with schizophrenia to actually take it on a regular basis, or they might have periodic once a month injections of the medicine to adjust their diet, their microbiome. It's something that the whole family would do because they would have to change the food they're eating at dinners, right? But that would also include the person with schizophrenia to watch their diet and not to have too much sugar. And then if they need substance abuse intervention, that would be part of the family healing program as well, to get the individual, the teenager, 20, 25-year-old off of alcohol and off of any drugs and make sure they're living that healthy lifestyle. So yes, the program also focuses on them and as a close second. The first is mom and dad, and really, really close second is the individual. So it's really that whole system. And there are some people like Dr. Schwartz, a psychologist, who has a thing called internal family systems therapy, which is going to be inside the individual person. But that's sort of like an individual version of out in the world, the whole family. So the whole family is in fact a system. And the individual person with schizophrenia, I would work with them directly, and other people administering my 12-month program would work with them directly.
Nice.
And we would recommend that they also get, as time goes on, someone like a peer support specialist to be a more direct, like an Alcoholics Anonymous sponsor, to mentor them. Someone that can give them hope that maybe I can't give them.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, yes, 100%. And I would like to know if all the experience you have had with patients with schizophrenia, at what phase of, imagine like a timeline when you start, treating them or, having contact with these patients, at what phase they understand and they accept this diagnosis, or how long does it take for them to accept that, or if there are some people who never accept it. And, I think that is a hard part, because I know that if there are patients with schizophrenia who accepts their condition, it will be much better. Everything will turn into an improvement. But I know that it's hard to say, yeah, I have this.
Absolutely. And part of it is society and culture, because as human beings, we live in culture. I mean, we live in a society. There's a whole ideas and beliefs that people in our society have. And a lot of those ideas and beliefs are fairly stigmatizing and fairly negative for people with a severe mental illness. And so they have to kind of go upstream. They're kind of like swimming upstream against that on the one hand, from outside of themselves. Within themselves, they may have these ideas that, well, maybe I just had a little bit too much alcohol that day. Maybe I just got a little too strung out on the meth that day. I'm really not psychotic. I really don't have schizophrenia. I just had this little bad episode. And so they'll have all kinds of stories and beliefs. And over the years, it's been noticed that a young adult person with schizophrenia may go as long as 5 years before they start taking a medication. And in that time, the brain is actually getting worse and worse in those initial 5 years of the psychotic illness. And I'd say chronic psychosis. So it's psychosis that's lasted 5 years, more than 6 months, and they have not taken a single antipsychotic medication. So this is a real problem. So, even reaching out to people in college and young adults in early part of their life after high school, say, yeah, if your friends are having some weirdness going on that seems unusual, maybe kind of gently nudge them in the direction of getting some mental health evaluation and see if they need a medication.